All right, in our last segment, we talked about lateral movement, just simple movement side to side. You only saw me taking 1 or 2 steps, and to practice it, that's really all you need to do. Maybe you get a little more advanced, you want to add a little more movement to it. All right, now we're going to cover moving forward and then moving away. When I move forward, nothing real fancy here. Most of us have been walking since a pretty early age, so I don't like to change that too much. But when we step, we do talk about the way our feet move as we step, and we work on a heel to toe step as we're moving forward. So I plant the heel and roll up on the toe as I move. The idea here is to minimize movement in my upper body. I want a stable platform. So if I'm straight up and down the whole time, my arms tend to move a lot more. So I bend my knees a little bit, take this heel to toe step, and work on keeping this part of my body stable. As I'm moving, I can maintain a sight picture. And if we need to move away from a threat, which is always a good idea to gain distance from a threat, we just reverse that a little bit. As I'm walking backwards with my arms extended out in front of me, I plant the toe and then I'll go back on the heel. All right, hopefully, if I encounter an obstacle as I'm moving back, since I can't really look behind me because I have a threat out in front of me, I'll feel that with my heel when I encounter it and be able to stop and either step over it or change my direction and move around it. Okay, so we're gonna go hot here on the range, and we're gonna do a little forward movement, and then I'll back up a little bit so you can see what that looks like while I'm firing. I'm going to start from back here, and I'll start my forward movement while I'm engaging my threat. Right. Reach a certain point that I don't really want to go beyond, and now it's time to gain distance from that same threat. Add in a little lateral movement. And you notice I just used a real short distance to do that. Be sure of where your range is, and I make sure there's no obstructions out here on the range so I can practice that movement. So if you keep a good safe environment, you can practice that without any problem. And remember, you can always practice that again dry fire without ammunition. You're just practicing walking forward and then walking backwards. So do it safely and take your time. You'll notice I don't do anything out here like a speed event because I want to get the motions right.